Welcome back to the 52 Weeks to Wealth. My name is Walter Avarello. Ron Bowling has been telling me I got to change the name of this platform to something like Alchemist Nation Principles or Alchemist Nation Wealth Principles. So working on the name change. Who has been here with us for at least this year, all 25 wealth principles? So far, we're at 25 right now. Awesome. Who's been with us for 2 years? This is now your second season. Awesome. We got a bunch of powerful alchemists in the room. What about third season? We are in year 3 of the 52 wealth principles. Excellent. Wealth principle 25 is the power of outsourcing. Give everybody a round of applause who's already applied this 2 times in their lives and is back to apply it again. The reason we come back. Wealth principle 25. The power of outsourcing. So outsourcing can be done in 4 different ways. Last time I spoke about this, I 100% said it's all about virtual assistants. Who was here 2 years ago? 2 years ago and 3 years ago. We did the virtual assistants pretty heavily. We're going to shift this a little bit more into outsourcing 4 steps. There's 4 things that you can outsource right now in your life that are slowing you down. If you're still doing them, well, we did the 80-20 principle a little while back. So that was the concept was eliminate some things. Who was there for the 80-20 principle? We reviewed what was taking our lives value and what wasn't. Some of that was environment. Some of that was the people around us. Some of that was the systems, the things that we didn't implement that we should have implemented. Some of it was things we were still doing that we shouldn't be doing. Well, in today's wealth principle, we're going to go and actually apply 4 different metrics for automation. Hands to the camera if you know you're doing stuff that could be done by somebody or something else external from you. Awesome. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very smart room. We're going to apply it at a different level. This year, 2023, you are a different person. Season 3 of the 52 Wealth Principles, you are now richer. Hands to the camera if you're committed to doubling your income, doubling your net worth every year. Yes? Awesome. And scare if you're committed to doing it with less work. Awesome. From you. I mean, the work's still got to get done by someone or something. And that's what Wealth Principle 25 is all about. We're going to figure out what those someone or some things are. Hence, care if you are committed to staying engaged and taking the actions that we're going to deliver today. There will be action steps. There always are. Awesome. So I'm going to share the screen real quick. Wealth Principle 25, the power of outsourcing. This principle came to me as a result of reading over 400 books. You see a few of them behind me. We pan the screen. It's all here. The reason we do this is because it gives us a 52-to-1 advantage. And there is a book each week that applies to the principle that we were discussing. Now, principles are principles for a reason. These are universal principles. You can ask anyone who's successful, ask them what they think about this principle, and they'll say, yes, I've applied this in my life on some level because they're universal. There's something out there, the gravity, things go up, things go down. Automation is one of those things that no matter what, it is being used. It is being used by the natural system. It is being used by other people. It is being used by everything that you see in your world. So moving forward with it, 4 steps. The first one is other people. And you want to write this down. Other people. You've heard of OPM? OPM stands for other people's money. And now, as a successful real estate investor, I'm like, I don't give a shit about other people's money. I got so much of it. It's OPT, other people's time. OPT is what I'm looking for now. I want other people's time. I want other people's OPR, other people's resources, right? OPS, other people's skills. OPK, other people's knowledge, right? Everything is OP something that isn't me. And then obviously OPM, other people's money, right? Other people's energy, OPE. These are things that you can't do from within, but you can multiply yourself 100 times, 1,000 times. Now, Alchemist Nation, we have over 1,300 members. Actually, let's give our whole team a round of applause because we just made 1,300 people on alchemistnation.com. And as we go through every one of these wealth principles, I'm going to constantly remind you that the mission is 100 million inspire to build 100 millionaires. Other people can also be a source of motivation. They can also be a source of automation. Write down who in my network can do the things I don't want to do or the things that must be done that I'm not good at. And in order to automate very well, you probably should start with a list of things that you're not good at. And let's start with that. What are you not good at right now? What is a thing that needs to get done? And by the way, caveat, because Darina mentioned we are in a recession and we are doing this recession-proof challenge, I want to make sure that, one, you've cut your expenses down. I'm not saying, do it in a fearful way. I'm saying, look, does this make me money? Does this improve my customer service or quality of my company? And if it doesn't, cut it. It's on the chopping block if it's not moving you forward, because we got to use those resources for things that do move you forward. that improve your customer service, improve the customer experience, or improve the amount of customers that are running through your funnel, or improve the amount of time, increase the amount of time that you're able to deliver to a customer. Does this make sense? If we can reduce the workload, you're going to be a happier person. Your employees or your staff or your partners will be a lot happier when they're facing your front-end clients. Other people are going to be a big part of that. So write down your list of things that you want to automate, things that you could automate, should automate. So next one, the next step is your environment. Your environment will always be stronger than willpower. Who's heard the saying, willpower is not on will call? Well, I'll share it with you now. It's from the book, The One Thing. Gary Keller mentioned in his book, willpower is not on will call. It is not always there. Felt that at one point you're charging and you're saying, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is great. Tomorrow, when this thing comes up, I'm going to make that phone call. I'm going to say that thing and I'm going to get the result that I'm looking for. Who's ever had that? That feeling where you're charged up, amped up. You knew you were going to do this tomorrow. And then tomorrow came. And for some reason, you're just sitting there saying, I'll do it later tonight. Oh, I'll get to it. Tonight comes midnight. And you're just like, no, it's too late. I can't make that phone call. They're going to think it's rude if I call them. And willpower is not a will call. So there are things in our environment that control how we act, think, and feel during the day. We can change our environment to increase our energy, increase our likelihood of doing things. Some of those things we can change our environment with are checklists. A checklist is a form of automation. When you get into a task, especially complex tasks, any task that has more than 3 to 7 steps, you get into a task that has that many steps, it's easy to forget the step that you're on or the steps that need to be accomplished. It's easy to, when you walk into a room and you see your favorite entertainment device, whether it's a TV or it's a tablet, it's your phone, it could be a widget on your desk, whatever your favorite form of entertainment is, it's sitting right there in front of your keyboard, there's a good chance you're going to play or be distracted. Anybody? We're going to go even deeper on this to your environment. What about your desktop, your wallpaper, your opening page on your cell phone is your biggest environment. It's where you spend most of your time every single day is opening the phone. What you see first is going to dictate the actions that you take, right? We talk about this occasionally. I think I talked about this 2 other principles throughout the year. Adjusting it again is a good idea today. Adjust your environment, adjust your virtual environment. Just awesome. I love it. I love seeing every one of you on this mission with us. This challenge coming up is about changing your environment, changing the people around you, changing the way you think, changing the way you feel. So we're going to be about work, right? Things that have to get done. Wouldn't it be easier if you felt good about them? Wouldn't it be easier if your environment said, yeah, do this now, it's easy? Yes, I can. If you agree, you could change that. Absolutely. You have the power to make those changes. Activities or actions are happening right now in your space that could be systematized, that could always be done the same way. And if they were always done the same way, you would eliminate some of the variables. I know for us, we have automations that we follow up with Alchemist Connect. We use automated communications for our clients, for our students, for our potential clients, the people that are out there who don't know about us yet. We'll set up a system that says, if somebody comes through, clicks this link, send them a hello text. Hey, I saw you click the link, right? If somebody leaves the website, send them another text, say, hey, I saw you left the website. By the way, having the website is a part of a system, right? Having we call them landing pages or splash pages or the lead magnets. Many of you are already results or future millionaires in the process. Here's what's cool. My real goal is to automate the millionaire building process before I go full on into going after billionaire status. Before I go full on into acquiring more real estate, more businesses, I want to make sure that I've automated this process that we've started, that you could just send somebody to Alchemist Nation, we'd be building millionaires automatically. You'd almost guarantee or almost know for certain that they would be getting everything it takes to become a millionaire. The only thing that could stop them is their level of motivation. This is what our community is all about. Hands to camera, if you know, becoming a millionaire is more than just about you. It really does serve other people, knowing that a normal person can get there. Systems. Systematize. Some of the systems that we use in our business would be landing pages, websites, automated emails, automated texts. We use Alchemist Connect's dashboard for communication. So I get my social media, I get my messages from my phone, I get my emails all in one place. Ringless voicemail drops are a part of systems that can be automated, automations. So having those all kind of put in place in advance before you go out and market something allows you to close more often. And if you recognize, closing is where the money is. So yourmillionairepath.com is a test. It's something we're building. It's not beautiful, but the goal is to make this test and take it to the next level. So if you could go and beta test it, Ron just dropped it in the chat. If you can beta test it with us, drop in your answers. Let us know what's working, what's not working. This is not the final version of it. Awesome. That's one of our systems. If you're a salesperson, you need to have a survey. You're doing these conversations already, right? What's your net worth? What is your income? What are your goals? What are you looking for? What's the problem you got into? What result are you seeking? Any salespeople recognize any of these questions? You've asked these to people before? All right. You know, what would that look like? If the best scenario for it, what would that look like? These are all something that could be in a survey that you could send people, as long as you're promising them the result they want. Don't just say, hey, I'm sending you things for me to get information. But like what we said, hey, I'm giving you your millionaire path. Like, take this, answer these 6 questions. I'm gonna spit out a pretty close to accurate millionaire path that would work for you. Now, are there other options? Sure, but this will be a option that would work if you implement it. So your business has something like that. Applications and automations. Automations and applications are things like, I use mint.com to track my net worth. I use Zoom to talk to 100 people at a time. I use Alchemist Connect to build my websites, my texting. I was just talking about it earlier. I use it to do pretty much everything in my business now. I use Facebook to hold my room together, to hold my audience. I use TikTok to test if a video is going to be good or not, to try different things, to get access to different people and access to larger audiences. You're going to use applications. Who here is on social media, right? It's an easy way to keep all your audience together in one place and share with your friends, your family, your community, the people you're investing with. Share what's going on. It's like email, just fun. It's like email, just people actually open it. Our team is like constantly talking about the value of an email. Like, we got to send a really powerful email. You know, we got to send this email out. And I know when we send out an email, only about 20% of people open it. And I'm sending, like, the stuff I put in email is so valuable, like insanely valuable. Like, if you go back after this week, if you're already registered to this, by the way, system automation, it's in Alchemist Connect, all this runs. If you go back and look at your email, you're going to see that I've sent you emails on the wealth principles. And you're going to see that those emails not only share like the video of the wealth principle, the recap, but it also shares some of the steps that we followed. It shares some information, some valuable stuff. And then it shares a link to the blog that we wrote on Alchemist Nation that shares everything else about the wealth principle, including the book, including affiliate links, like anything that might be valuable to the principle. Unfortunately, not everybody is putting out useful emails. And so we're just like, whatever. Facebook, on the other hand, everybody sees the things I post. Everybody's going to see what you're doing, your activity. So keep putting it out there. That's an application. It's a way to have a relationship with people beyond just your 100 people that you're closest to, or your 5 closest friends, or your 30 closest friends. Hence, CAN for recognizing that there are systems, automations, applications we can use to build deeper relationships. In your business, in your investing career, there are apps like Buildium. We help other investors make money, which, by the way, there may be a capital raise I'm doing soon, very soon, within the next 25 days, maybe, where we're going to be offering investors an opportunity. I'm not talking about it now on this call because we're focused on applications. But we made money using other people's money. That's the people that you want to surround yourself with. That's what this community is committed to doing. Hence, if you're committed to making money using other people's money, yes, using applications, systems, other people's time, other people's energy, other people's ideas, right? By the way, ideas, anybody who's like, oh, you stole my idea? No, I didn't. All of you have at some point had the idea of doing a video on Facebook, yes? Your ideas are worthless. They're nothing. They're useless. It's your application behind your idea that makes it worth something. It is how long you stick to it. Last week's wealth principle, stick-to-itiveness, that makes your idea worth anything. It's how long, how dedicated, how committed you are, how much momentum you drive with it that makes your idea worth something. And I'm telling you, your idea is only as valuable as your application. That's a mindset of an alchemist. I will outperform. I will outdo. I will outserve. I will outbuild millionaires. Applications, the things that you open up on your phone, make sure that the ones on your homepage are serving you, making you money, making you happy, making you healthier. Outsource to the maximum. Make sure your environment is powerful. Make sure the things that you're spending your time with are moving you forward. These wealth principles are designed, like I said, to double your income, double your net worth. We're not looking for small goals. People with small goals can go somewhere else. I love you just the way. Of course I do. Yes, I love you just the way you are. But I know you got more in you. I've created something that Darina alluded to earlier for everybody in our mentorship program. It's called the Recession-Proof Challenge. This is a 30-day challenge. And by the way, I call it a challenge because not everyone will succeed. There will be a few who jump in and are like, this is really hard. But then there will be a few, like I've got some of my one-on-one students who already have a super advantage because we've been focusing on building up their value, their propositions, and the easy access to networks. So this recession-proof challenge, you can go to the link here, go to challenge.alchemistnation.com. It's $97 to get your commitment to hang with me and my recession-proof consultants for 30 days. It won't be one-on-one, it'll be group with each one of you for 30 days. But if you're having fun and you want to have more money, this 30-day challenge is going to allow you to get to the next level. So click the link. The book of the week is A Whole New Mind by Daniel H. Pink. Now, this book is interesting because he talks about the 6 different essentials that you need to understand this world that we live in. By the way, we live in a conceptual world. So A Whole New Mind, or the 6 essential components to recognize, he calls it the 6 senses. First is design. The next is story, a story behind your brand, a story behind your service, a story behind your product, a story of success. Symphony. Does it work with other things? Does it work in flow? You notice I talked about that earlier. I talked about how being a millionaire will help you also in your life. Being a salesperson helps you with your children. How some of the things that we do here will affect other things in your life. Empathy, being able to create emotional experience and understand where a person is coming from and going. And if your product or your service can connect with them, you're going to sell more of it. Another one is play. If they can't have fun with you, they're probably not going to work with you. If they can't play with your system, if they can't play with your brand, play with your company. By the way, notice yourmillionairepath.com is a fun survey where you get a fun result. Keeping track of what's working, what's not working. The last one is meaning. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Right? These 6 senses are so key to understanding how the whole new mind works, the conceptual age. Because marketing, I think, has always been this way, but it's really more so now. When you're authentic, it makes you different. It means you're special. And other people want to hang with the special person. Other people want to hang with somebody who's consistent and consistently the way that they are. I'm here to serve, right? This 30-day challenge is going to help you be authentic. So you only surround yourself with people who actually like and trust you, who like you just the way you fucking are and want to pay you because of who you already are. You've got things about you that are your gift that make you a powerful, helpful person that you may have been hiding or repressing or holding back because you were afraid you'd be too strong. You're afraid you offend somebody. You'd be afraid that that person won't want to be around you anymore. I'm going to ask you, as we go into this 30-day challenge, that you accept that you might lose a few people. This is what I was talking about earlier, the law of detachment. It's the mindset that's going to get you around the right people. But what makes me unique is I'll make you a millionaire. The only way to do it is through mindset. 100 Millionaire Summit, by the way, this is the secret to life. I've surrounded myself with people I want to be like. I focus on the best. I surround myself with the best. They'll be at the 100 Millionaire Summit on stage because I found the one thing that these big successful people want: bigger stages, bigger rooms, bigger audiences. Set goals. Surround yourself with people who are willing to set those goals. Surround yourself with people who are willing to help you get to those goals, because I know today is not the person you're going to be tomorrow. And I know tomorrow is not the person you're going to be a year from now. We double our income. We double our net worth. Give yourself a big round of applause. alchemistnation.com to get more access. Share, like, subscribe. By the way, I want to open up to questions right now. We're going to hang for like a very short period of time because I went way too long, but I do want to bring on Stephen Beaver, who just donated a course to Alchemist Nation. So Stephen, if you could just jump on really quick, tell us a little bit about the course you just created, brother.
It's about avatars. I call it Get Your Skinny Avatar and a Fat Wallet. So it's all about, it's really just talking to the people that if you got up in the morning and said, oh my God, I get to talk to Walter, or if he's not your cup of tea, maybe Amy, or, you know, whoever, Derek, these are people that I've talked with, so I know in here, but it's just, you just wake up in the morning and go, this is the person. I always like to wake up and talk to this type of person. This avatar training will help you out. And then I put in an avatar for people that you want to get referrals from as a bonus. It's called My Fabulous Five, but it's fun.
Let's give Stephen one more round of applause. All the coaches who've donated courses to Alchemist Nation, I appreciate you guys. For our training coming up, the 30-day training, this starts August 1st. Register today so that you can get in and get the 5-day pre-work load so that you can see like kind of what it's going to look like. And also lets me know how many people are going to be in the room. By the way, the more people in the room, the more excited I get. So my goal for this challenge, I want 100 people in the challenge. So if you get in there and you don't see 100 people on that challenge, go and invite somebody. We got to hit 100 people for me to feel like this challenge is really worth doing again in the next 30 days. We're 90 days out, less than 90 days from the summit. This is the time for us to be grinding. This is the time for us to say, you know what? Summit's coming up. I made a commitment last year that I was going to hit my goals. And this year, I'm 90 days away from the summit. This is the time. This is the last quarter for us to grind it out, to really tighten up, buckle down, and get our goals set. We are going to end up in October no matter what. We are going to be in Orlando no matter what. We're going to be surrounded with 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires in Orlando with another 900 people in the room no matter what. Make sure that you get there with a story. Make sure you get there with a belief in yourself. Make sure you get there with something you can share with somebody else. You got Mitch Jorsky. Mitch, if you could share your take on Wealth Principle 25, the power of outsourcing.
I think it's as simple as don't be your own bottleneck. Biggie once said, more money, more problems. But I think he had it backwards, because we know it's more problem, more money, because that's how we make our money, solving problems, especially in real estate.